Hi everyone, it's Gary with the Wax Nostalgic Network. Merry Christmas, season's greetings, happy holidays, Tom and Jerry, you know all those old seasonal expressions. It's the first day of December as I record this video, and hopefully it will be close to the first day of December whenever I get this thing edited down and out to all of you. If you remember back in July, if you've been following my channel for that long, I went out on a quest and I was one of the early people to find the Walmart exclusive Turbo Man, which was a bit of a surprise that Funko just sprung on us in the middle of the year saying, hey, guess what? There's a Turbo Man out there, and lo and behold, it was. I went to several stores, but I actually got pretty fortunate by going out into a hurricane and finding it, I guess because no one else was willing to risk their life to find a stupid toy. And that's what you gotta do. I mean, just watch the movie that Turbo Man comes from, which is Jingle All the Way from 1996. So, here it is in all of its glory. It was very hard to find, but now it's pretty readily available at your local Walmart. But if history repeats, I anticipate everyone's going to rush to the store and buy it, and the only figures left will be Booster.
You know what? Nobody likes you, Booster.
Oh, wow! We don't like you, Dad! We hate you!
Actually, I kind of like Booster. So, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get right into this. This box is pretty beat up. I don't know how clear that is in the video, but it's seen better days. So it's not super hard for me to open this. But yeah, so I never had the original. I honestly don't think I even knew that the original existed. And when I found out that the original existed, I really, really wanted it. But I couldn't afford the prices that they were asking, and most of them were missing parts. Now my friend Jay of Geek Dad Life, I'm pretty sure he has a complete original. And I don't know, he said he was going to do a comparison video of the old and new at some point, but I don't know if he ever did that. But check out his channel, and maybe you can find more Turbo Man footage there. I'm trying to remove this from the box. There went a piece of paper. So this is what he looks outside of the box. Looks pretty cool. So all of his accessories are packaged separately on the back of this nice box, which details like a city skyline, sort of referencing the end of the movie. This is, yeah, so it gives you instructions on how to install the batteries, and tells you how to launch the discs and how the turbo ring works, all that. Hopefully I won't need to read this, but in case I do, I have the option in multiple languages. Alright, so let's start. Oh, and before I go any further, let me just mention how much I love the box art on this thing. Like, it's very close to the movie. And you can also see other figures on the side here with little bios for all of them, just like you would in the 90s or the 80s. It says, it gives Turbo Man facts. It gives facts for Turbo Man and Dementor, and also gives you a little write-up down here. So I will read those to you real quick. Turbo Man facts. He's lightning fast, ultra-tech hero who has vowed to protect the Earth from evil. Nothing can stop this hero. But even Earth's worst nightmare, that sinister cyber symbiote, I don't know what this word is. Truth distorting arbiter of corruption, Dementor. Dementor facts. As an Andre humanoid. This text is awful. I don't know if you can see it. It's really hard to read this. An Andre humanoid archvillain with an asteroid to grind with Turbo Man. He is bent on enslaving Earth and turning it into an alien colony for his race. Beware, take care, because nothing is safe from his gruesome green grasp. I'm starting to think that some of these were written as Mad Libs. Attention freedom fighters! Meanwhile, the eerie laugh of Dementor echoes through his cave of chaos. His helpless hostages, the first family of America, stares on in horror as Dementor fires up his megagun that will leave America floating helplessly in space. Suddenly, there's a blast. As the smoke clears, a new hope dawns. Turbo Man and Booster arrive just in time to disarm the situation and negate Dementor's plan. It's turbo time. With the odds stacked against him, Turbo Man has to move fast. He revs up his rocket pack, Booster roars into action, and Turbo Man lets his turbo ring rip. Turbo Man triumphs. Once again, Dementor's sinister scheme backfires, and Turbo Man has saved the day, preserving peace on planet Earth. I loved watching Turbo Man as a kid. I actually have a photograph of me watching the show. Okay. I know you're going to have a hard time believing it, but that was just Photoshop. I took a picture of Jake Lloyd from the movie and just put my face on it. What can I say? I'm really good at Photoshop. Anyways, back to opening this toy. So, it's got a lot of tape to undo here. Alright. So now, should be able to pop him off here. Got it. Alright. So here's Turbo Man before his jetpack and everything are attached. And actually this is kind of weird. Mine has part of the packaging on the very back side of his legs. He's got it there and he's got it there. So I'm not sure what would cause that to get stuck on him. But like the figure's nice. It's a good chunky sized figure. It does have some tape on it. And yeah, you can see his visor has good detail to it. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like he has 9 points of articulation because his wrists do not move, his legs do not move besides the knee joints, and his waist does not swivel. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the box. I'm going to break his accessories off here. And now I just have to figure out how they all attach. So it looks like we have his disc shooter, which I'm guessing just snaps onto his arm somehow. I'm not sure where though. Let me consult the pamphlet.
Few moments later.
Okay, so best I can figure, it just kind of snaps down wherever it will stay. And that's proving to be kind of difficult here. Ah, there we go. So it just snaps right here onto his arm. And then you put the disc in and it clicks. So there's that. That looks pretty good. It comes with 4 discs in case you lose 3 of them. Hopefully I won't. I'm gonna store them back in the bag for now. Up next, we have the Turbo Ring, which is wrapped very tight in this sealing, or in this plastic bag here. Okay, so here's the Turbo Ring, and it opens up just like a boomerang, and it's, you know, he can hold it in his hand, he can throw it, and guess what? It's going to come right back to him because it's a Turbo Ring boomerang thingy. It closes up, and it actually has a nice holster here in his boot. So anytime he needs it, he can just grab it, even though, you know, the articulation doesn't really make it so that he can grab it whatsoever. And then so his back component, this will be the easiest to figure out, I hope. It has a chip area, and then this just slides into it to connect. Okay, so there is Turbo Man. Okay, so something that I did not notice immediately was that the box says 2 AA batteries required, not included. So thanks for nothing, Walmart. That's stupid. So I went and grabbed some batteries, and I'm going to go ahead and plug them in. There's a little thing on the back here. That thing being a screw. Okay, so as I said, it takes 2 AA batteries. There's the first one, and there's the second one. So now, let's put him back together and put his jetpack back on him. And apparently when I set him down, his launcher popped off. So, snap that back on, I guess. Alright. Now, let's see.
You can always count on me.
That's cool, huh? Oh. There's another switch here. And when it's a lower part of his abdominal here, when you click it, I guess this is where the lights come into play. That's kind of interesting, I guess. Let's see.
Beware of evildoers. You can always count on me. Beware of evildoers.
So he says 2 things?
Good work, Booster.
Oh.
It's turbo time.
Yes. I think that calls for a... Oh. And that lights up? And apparently it never stops. Yeah, so...
Beware of evildoers.
Sound advice, Turbo Man.
Beware of evildoers.
Repetitive advice, Turbo Man.
Beware of evildoers.
I think you're broken, Turbo Man.
You can always count on me.
There we go. That's pretty cool. And then last but not least, I guess this is his
You can always count on me.
his blaster piece. And it works. So you have to press a little hard, but it definitely works. And I may have already lost one of his turbo discs. Anyways, this is the figure. It's big, it's cool. I mean, like, it's pretty accurate to the film, I think. And I'm pretty pleased with it overall. I mean, there are some weird, like, random paint scuffs that I can't quite explain. Like, he's got a scuff right here. And I don't really understand the point of him lighting up. I think that's just a bell and whistle that they didn't really need to include. But I guess it's cool that they did. And yeah, it'll be nice to set it on the shelf and display it around Christmas time. Now, Funko is doing more with Turbo Man. They are also doing some Funko figures. I'm sorry, they're doing more with Jingle All the Way. They're doing some Funko figures as well as a card game and some other neat stuff. So that's going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you have been able to find a Turbo Man for yourself if you want one. And let me know what you think of it. Like, if you have the original, how does it stack up? And are you happy with your purchase? And thank you guys for watching. And until next time, stay nostalgic. And, oh, guess what? Just because you never know if this is going to be rare in another 25 years, I got a second one. But just don't tell Arnold that. I gotta go. How did you get in my room?